by two. But how often has this final session produced a twist in the tail? And might it do so again for John Higgins? Let's find out, shall we? In the company of John Virgo and Stephen Hendry. Good evening.
Good evening, hi Joe, and good evening everybody. This is it, the culmination of 17 days of hard match-played snooker. John Higgins was always in front.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
He's in front no more.
Frame 25, John Higgins to break.
And I think the big question is, Stephen, what has he got left?
Well, I think the first frame tonight is absolutely huge for John Higgins. He's taken such a battering over the last session and the end of last night's session. If he loses his first frame, I worry for what he does have left.
Yes, of course. Shoes on the other foot now. Mark Selby was playing catch-up. There you see the pot success, which is probably the reason why he's now 2 frames in front. But John Higgins, you just got the feeling when he was in front, kept looking over his shoulder. And maybe just thought, keep it tight and I'll scrape a few frames together. It wasn't to be. And I suppose, if anything now, John Higgins is the one that can just maybe relax a little bit. He knows he's got to play well.
Yeah, and I'd like to maybe be a bit more aggressive tonight. I think he got sucked into a containing safety game with Mark Selby. You know, the thin contacts of the pack, not bringing the reds, just making sure you weren't leaving anything rather than trying to force the issue. He's much better when he's an aggressive player.
Looked at the pot, decided it was too risky. This could be a good cue ball if it runs.
We've seen that stat coming up there over 45 minutes since he's potted the ball, John Higgins. If they'd have kept playing this afternoon, that probably would have gone on a lot longer. But he's had the break, had the chance to regroup. Can he come back fighting tonight?
Looking to take this red on. May feel the only red he could leave is the one he's playing. But right in the heart of the pocket. Nearly got into that too much. Just watch the cue ball here, got very close to the middle pocket, which is why he's not perfect on the blue.
He'd love to play for the red and the black spot, but he may just play the cue ball to this cushion to leave the red closest. Now he's gone into them. This could go wrong. Took a bit of a risk there.
6.
Yeah, he was more or less hoping to be on a red. Anyway, this red cuts. But it went. And just about got the right side of the blue. But as Stephen said, he'd love to get that red that seems to be occupying a black spot. Maybe it isn't. Maybe there's enough room. There's 2 reds on the left-hand side of the table, easy to play on. And that's what he's decided to do. Maybe there's room for the black, and that red's not
12.
Occupying the black spot. We'll take this opportunity just to build up a useful lead.
13.
Just what he was looking for. first chance.
Exactly the opposite of what his opponent was looking for.
19.
49 points from here. We're getting to the snooker's required stage.
20. $26. 27.
So that's the red he wanted rid of, but it's hard to see where the next one's coming from, and he looks to be pretty straight on this black.
Yeah, just at first glance, the only one I can see is the one that's on the outside of the cluster. That would go to the far left corner. He's not looked at that yet. He's looking to screw on and off the side cushion, but this could go wrong quite easily.
Yeah, I'd love to make contact on the two reds below the pink. Perfect.
Yeah, got the cannon, but probably still a little bit of work to do with the cue ball here, unless, as we watch that again, a little bit of left-hand side just to bring the cue ball out in the open. I don't know whether he can play a cannon on the black or run around the back of the black here. It's not a straightforward pot and position, it doesn't look like. Well, in the end, he didn't like it.
35.
And he won't like this, because he's on nothing.
Yeah, wanted a much thicker cannon on the red after potting. The red he was playing. Send the cue ball back up the table.
Declare your colour, please, Mark. Thank you.
Probably heard referee Jan Verhaas say, declare the colour. I think you can just
Yellow
snick.
ball.
Oh, you can get through to the yellow.
Mark Selby, 35.
35, but didn't make the most of that opportunity. That may give John Higgins a little bit of heart, but being 35 points behind, he's got to get the next chance. If Mark Selby gets it, surely it's frame over. Can he get this cue ball in behind the yellow? Needs to miss the brown. That's no good.
Didn't expect him to miss that, the way he started and the way he finished the afternoon session.
Yeah, but just obviously put a little bit of left-hand side, and because he hit it a little bit harder than he expected, pushed the cue ball into the red, and that's why he caught it too thick. So he's given John Higgins an unexpected chance here. He's got to play well now as John Higgins. There's no room for error. Judged it nicely. The only problem is he's straight or just off straight the wrong side. I'm not certain where the next red comes from. Just overran it by a couple of inches. There you see, just the wrong side of that blue line.
Yeah, he can't even follow through the cue ball and play the red. It's closest to the left cushion because the yellow's in the way. Well, I said he needs to be aggressive, and if he's taking the pink on, that's exactly what this is.
Well, he won't play many more bigger pressure shots than this.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That's what he needs to do tonight, John Higgins, for me. He needs to take the game to Mark Selby.
What a brave choice that was. So difficult and right in the heart of the pocket. Deserves everything he gets now.
Yeah, under the circumstances, this is one of the pots of the final, if not the tournament.
40.
We've seen some fantastic shots played, but when you take into consideration what's at stake, if he missed that, he'd have been 3 frames behind.
50.
Cleverly nudging the red off the cushion. I think the black goes. He's on the black. He's not going to be pleased with that. I'm surprised he stunned it, really. Looked to be better choice to have rolled it in.
Yeah, I think that was adrenaline possibly there. Just wanted to stun run through. Just wanted the cue ball just to come through an inch. Would have been fine. Just got into it too much. Purely adrenaline. Send a break. Look at where the reds are as well. Be so disappointed John Higgins playing a safety shot now.
John Higgins,
Maybe because of that disappointment, frustration, has played a very poor one.
Well, in the third session, Mark Selby's long pot success was 92%. So you make him favourite to knock this one in. Solid. maybe the chance that John Higgins had to win the frame has now gone.
Not the cleanest of pots there, but it's in. Just pops this off the right-hand jaw of the
8.
pocket. Fortunate for that to go in, really. Yeah, John, there's obviously that
9.
chance to win this frame. Is that the chance to get back in the match going with that chance?
You see it, 28 points ahead, 59 remaining. So he's going to need 3 of these remaining 4 reds. And he's just got to be careful in potting this red that he doesn't run into the red that's near the top cushion. He's got to screw past that for position on pink or black. And with the extension on the cue, it's not beyond the realms of possibility he could make a mistake. Got to avoid the kiss on the second red. Can't reach it with the extension. Got to use the rest.
Thank you.
Controlled it beautifully.
16.
This black will put him 36 points in front. Another red and a black would get him to the snooker's required stage. There you see it, 36 ahead, 51 remaining. Once he pots this red, there will only be 43 remaining, and if it's followed by the black, he'll go 44 points in front.
$24.
Well, it's an amazing comeback, this, when you consider he trailed by 10 frames to 4.
31.
And now he's going 14-11 in front.
32.
Last 11 frames, he's won 10 of them. And there's no way back to the table now for John Higgins. Potted an absolute superb pink, but unfortunately
37.
couldn't capitalise on it. It's not dropped, but
37.
I don't think John Higgins will be coming back to the table. He won't. Where's his next frame coming from? That's the question, as Mark Selby now goes 3 frames clear, 14-11.